You are not who you think you are. You believe that your conscious mind, the voice in your head, the rational thinker, the I that makes decisions, is the captain of your ship. You believe that you are in control of your desires, your fears, and your actions. But Carl Jung, the father of analytical psychology, reveals a terrifying and liberating truth. Your conscious mind is merely a tiny island in a vast, dark, and turbulent ocean. And that ocean is the unconscious. For most of your life, this ocean has been steering your ship without your permission. It drives your irrational anger, your inexplicable attractions, your recurring nightmares, and your self-sabotaging behaviors. You try to fight it with logic, but logic is useless against the tides of the deep. In his final masterpiece, Man and His Symbols, written specifically for the general public shortly before his death, Jung provides the ultimate map to navigate this hidden world. He argues that the unconscious does not speak in words. It speaks in images. It speaks in myths. It speaks in symbols. From the ancient gods of Greece to the dreams of a modern accountant, the same universal patterns emerge. These are not random coincidences. They are the archetypes, the fundamental building blocks of the human psyche. By learning to decode these symbols, you stop being a puppet of your unconscious drives. You integrate the hidden, rejected parts of yourself. You reclaim your lost power. And you move from a state of fragmented confusion to a state of profound, unshakable wholeness. Today, we are going to dive deep into this psychological blueprint. We will uncover the collective unconscious, decode the 4 major archetypes that rule your life, and learn the dangerous, transformative practice of individuation. This is not just psychology, it is the modern science of ancient soul work. To understand Jung's philosophy, you must first dismantle the Freudian view of the mind. Sigmund Freud believed the unconscious was a basement, a trash can for repressed sexual desires and traumatic memories. He saw it as purely personal and largely negative. Jung disagreed. He argued that beneath the personal unconscious lies something far deeper, far older, and far more powerful, the collective unconscious. The collective unconscious is the shared psychic heritage of all humanity. It is the reservoir of experiences, instincts, and patterns that have been accumulated over millions of years of human evolution. Just as you inherit physical traits like 2 eyes and a heart, you inherit psychological traits. You are born with pre-existing mental structures, ready to perceive the world in certain ways. These structures are the archetypes. They are universal, primordial images and themes that appear in every culture, every religion, and every dream, regardless of time or place. The hero, the mother, the wise old man, the trickster, the shadow. You do not learn these symbols, you recognize them. When you see a story about a hero slaying a dragon, it resonates deeply because that archetype is already wired into your nervous system. But why does the unconscious communicate in symbols? Why doesn't it just send you a clear, logical memo? Jung explains that the conscious mind is limited. It is linear, rigid, and focused on survival and social adaptation. The unconscious, however, is holistic. It sees the entire picture, past, present, and future, light and dark, life and death. Language is too narrow to contain this vastness. Symbols, however, are living things. A single symbol, like a mandala, a cross, or a serpent eating its own tail, can hold multiple, contradictory meanings at once. It bridges the gap between the known and the unknown. It allows the immense energy of the unconscious to flow into consciousness without overwhelming it. When you ignore these symbols, when you suppress your dreams and dismiss your intuition, the energy doesn't disappear. It builds up pressure. It manifests as neurosis, anxiety, depression, or physical illness. The symbol is the safety valve. If you don't open it voluntarily, it will blow open involuntarily. To navigate this landscape, you must identify the 4 major archetypes that structure your personality. These are not characters in a book. They are subpersonalities within your own mind, constantly interacting, conflicting, and shaping your reality. The first and most familiar archetype is the persona. The persona is the mask you wear for the world. It is the role you play to fit into society. It is the good employee, the loyal friend, the tough guy, or the perfect mother. The persona is necessary. Without it, we would be socially chaotic. But the danger arises when you confuse the mask with your true self. Many people spend their entire lives polishing their persona, seeking approval, status, and validation. They become so identified with the mask that they lose touch with who they actually are underneath. When the persona becomes too rigid, it creates a fragile ego. One crack in the mask, one failure, one rejection, and the entire identity collapses. Jung warns that the more you invest in the persona, the more you neglect the rest of your psyche, leading to a profound sense of emptiness and meaninglessness. Beneath the persona lies the second, and perhaps most dangerous archetype, the shadow. The shadow consists of all the parts of yourself that you have rejected, denied, or repressed. It contains your selfishness, your aggression, your sexual deviance, your laziness, and your shame. But it also contains your untapped creativity, your spontaneity, and your raw vitality. Because society tells us these traits are bad, we shove them into the basement of the unconscious. For a man, the anima represents his capacity for feeling, intuition, and connection. If he represses his anima, he becomes cold, rigid, and overly logical. He may project his anima onto women, idealizing them as goddesses or demonizing them as witches, rather than seeing them as real human beings. For a woman, the animus represents her capacity for logic, assertiveness, and spiritual conviction. If she represses her animus, she may become overly emotional or lack direction. If she is possessed by it, she may become argumentative, dogmatic, and opinionated without substance. Integrating the anima/animus means balancing these energies. It allows a man to be strong yet sensitive, and a woman to be nurturing yet decisive. It creates psychological completeness. The fourth and ultimate archetype is the self. The self is not the ego. The ego is the center of consciousness. The self is the center of the entire psyche, conscious and unconscious combined. It is the archetype of wholeness, order, and unity. The goal of human life, according to Jung, is not to build a bigger ego. It is to realize the self. This process is called individuation. Individuation is the journey of becoming who you truly are. It is not about becoming special or unique in a narcissistic sense. It is about becoming individual, indivisible. It is about integrating all the disparate, conflicting parts of your personality into a coherent, functioning whole. This is not a comfortable journey. In fact, it is often painful. It requires you to strip away the persona, confront the shadow, balance the anima/animus, and face the unknown. It requires you to let go of the safety of the herd and stand alone in your truth. So, how do you actually do this? How do you communicate with the unconscious? Jung provides the primary tool, dream analysis. Dreams are not random neural firings. They are spontaneous, symbolic messages from the unconscious, trying to restore balance to the psyche. If your conscious attitude is too one-sided, e.g., too aggressive, the dream will compensate by showing you images of vulnerability. But you cannot interpret dreams using a dictionary. Symbols are personal. A snake might mean danger to one person and healing to another. You must use the method of amplification. You look at the symbol in the dream, and then you explore its associations in your own life, in mythology, and in history. You ask, what does this image mean to me? What emotion does it trigger? By engaging with the symbol, by drawing it, writing about it, or meditating on it, you allow its energy to flow into your conscious mind. You bridge the gap. Another powerful tool is active imagination. This is a technique where you consciously enter into a dialogue with the figures of your unconscious. You close your eyes, relax, and invite an archetype to appear. You talk to it. You ask it questions. You let it respond. It sounds like fantasy, but it is a rigorous psychological practice. It allows you to negotiate with your inner demons, to understand your inner guides, and to retrieve lost wisdom. As we conclude this deep exploration of man and his symbols, it is vital to understand the urgent message Carl Jung is delivering to the modern world. We live in an age of extreme rationality. We have mastered the external world through science and technology. But we have completely neglected the internal world. We have severed our connection to the symbolic, the mythical, and the unconscious. The result is a global crisis of meaning. People are depressed, anxious, and alienated, not because they lack material comfort, but because they lack psychological integration. They are fragmented. They are at war with themselves. Jung argues that the only way to heal this fragmentation is to reconnect with the language of the soul. We must stop dismissing our dreams as nonsense. We must stop projecting our shadows onto political enemies. We must stop hiding behind our personas. We must have the courage to look into the abyss of our own unconscious, to decode the symbols that arise, and to integrate the darkness with the light. This is not just self-help. This is the work of becoming fully human. It is the path from being a leaf blowing in the wind of unconscious drives, to becoming a tree with deep roots, standing firm in the storm of life. You are not just a conscious observer. You are a vast, mysterious, and powerful universe. The symbols are the keys. The unconscious is the map. And the journey to the self is the greatest adventure you will ever undertake. Thank you for joining this journey into the depths of the human psyche. If this decoding of symbols and archetypes resonates with you, if it challenges you to stop ignoring your inner world and start integrating your whole self, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Remember, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. Go forth, decode your dreams, face your shadow, and claim the wholeness that is your birthright.